Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill, the lefty, Christopher Sanchez.
Well, primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
Center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
Inside. And we're underway. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The relay into second, and he's got a double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. There's Ryan McMahon now. First pitch misses. Tovar, the runner at second with one away. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Stop. Slinging it to first in time. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Hunter Goodman now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And in at second with an RBI double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Next to hit for the Rockies, Chris Bryant. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. outs and one in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Next offering is outside. That one fouled off, 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Michael Tolia and the Colorado on deck circle. To the right side. Stott over to first in time. Bryant out of the play. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Rocks with a run-scoring double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, and on the mound today, German Marquez. What's the word on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
That one fouled off. That clips the corner. Inside, just missed. That one just misses.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Alec Bohm, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. That catches the top part of the zone, and the count is 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Next offering down in the dirt. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One down, Phillies down a run. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
So here is Bryce Harper. That's in there. That's strike 1. right through there for a strike.
First two hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail here 1-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's Michael Toglia. Sanchez back to work. And that drops in for a strike. Liner, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. Just off the inside edge. Grounder might be 2. Over to stop for 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now it's the right fielder, Sean Bouchard, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Two outs, base is empty. And he pumps it a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Nothing doing for the Rockies, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And now it's JT Realmuto. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Max Kepler at the plate. And the slider just misses.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
Strike 1.
2-1.
Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss as he was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Two now.
3-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Nick Castellanos in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Kepler swings and drives one deep to right. That one's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Top of the zone for a called strike. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Real Muto leads off first with 1 away. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw into third. The tag out.
The tag, he's out.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
This is Bryson Stott. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And that one sliced foul. This one in the air center field. Doyle makes the play, and that's the inning. Phillies strand 1, still behind by a count of 1-0. So in now for Colorado, Jordan Beck.
Left fielder, Jordan Beck.
First pitch just misses. Right side, hard hit. Sends it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Now batting, the center fielder, Britton Doyle.
Back to the top of the lineup, Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. Led off the game with a strikeout. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Doyle getting the start in center, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. Bunt attempt popped up, throws to first in time, and the bunt attempt doesn't work out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Tovar stands in here, takes ball 1 low. The shortstop takes the ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
2 outs. Close one doesn't get the call. And now 3-0. There's a strike. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So they go quietly there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Rockies 1 and the Phillies nothing. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
For the Phillies, center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Just missed. Two balls, no strikes to count. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's got a leadoff double.
Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Just off the inside edge. Runner at second, nobody out. Move to second, and he's back in on a dive. One now.
2 balls.
In the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
The 2-1. Fouled off down the right side. Runner at third, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. Next pitch is outside.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He was a strikeout victim his first time. It's a strike across the top of the zone. On the ground to the left. And it's just foul. That was close. Runner on at third, one gone. That misses. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And the wild pitch will play to run.
That's one way to get your first run of the ball game across. You'll take that every day if you're on offense, and maybe that gets them going a little bit.
And here comes Alec Boehm. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That one ripped. And no one can get there. Cut off, throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. He'll score, and the Phillies take the lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Berg, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
Here's Harper now. Struck out swinging his first time. In there for strike one. Boom. The runner at second with one away. The 0-2. That one the other way. Tovar. Harper retired.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
JT Realmuto steps in. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one fouled off. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Man at second. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to inning number 4. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rockies 1. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
Third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Just missed.
All these Rockies, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, not a whole lot behind that pitch. It's off speed, but it still stings. Getting hit by a fastball is a whole different story.
In the box now, take strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that one fouled off.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Ground ball left side down the line, and it's foul.
Ball, that's out.
That one misses. 3-2 now.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here is Chris Bryant. Grounded out his first time up.
Ball 1.
Squirts away a little bit. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Just missed. Foul ball there. Hit on the ground might be 2. To second, that's 1. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rockies 1. Now batting Max Kepler. He's 0 for 1.
Left fielder, Max Kepler.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. McMahon makes the grab, 1 away.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there, and I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at-bat.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos, a single his first time. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
And that one is inside. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And, you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Makes the grab, and that ends the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And now here is Michael Toglia, and he's already singled in this game. Sanchez back to work. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
All these Rockies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one finds the zone, and now it's even 1-1. And a slider misses down and away.
Count is full.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now batting.
Kyle Farmer digging in for the Rockies. He hit into a double play his first time up. There's a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
There's a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with two pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Up and in, and it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Toglia aboard here at first with nobody out. Backed off the plate that time.
The count's full.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Sean Bouchard in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So up next, Sean Bouchard.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
That missed inside, and that's ball 1. There's a swing and a miss. Man at first, one away. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there are 2 outs. Now the left fielder, Jordan Beck. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. The Phillies up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And a big big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch downstairs, and the count's even at 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. The Rockies strand 1, and our score remains 2-1. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. And a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Up the middle, Farmer whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
And stepping in is the speedy Edmundo Sosa. And ball 1.
Love coming to Citizens Bank Park. Best ice cream in all of the league at the press level. It's only been around since 2004, but plenty of awesome history here already. It's the only stadium with multiple postseason no-hitters. Remember, Roy Halladay did it back in 2010, and the Houston Astros threw a combined no-no in Game 4 of the 2022 World Series.
1 out, base is empty. In the air, left side. Out, number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 2 in this one. Inside, just missed. Next pitch is outside.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Phillies, third baseman, Alec.
And now it's Alec Bohm. That one's in there. Strike 1. Schwarber off of first with 2 away.
Ball.
Fly ball down the line. Beck sizes this one up. Squeezes it. And that is that. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they still lead it 2-1. So the Rockies lineup turns over. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Brenton Doyle. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately, you either have it or you don't.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Marsh snags it on the run.
So those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
The next pitch misses, and now 3-0. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Ground ball right side. Gets to it with a slide. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next for Colorado, Ryan McMahon. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rockies 1. Scott Alexander takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. Here comes Bryce Harper. Alexander, 35 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2010. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Seth Halverson getting loose out there.
Nope. 2-0.
And that is out of play. Just missed. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third. No swing, that's ball 4. He walked him.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Man at first, nobody out. And now JT Realmuto, 1 for 2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1.
it's fouled away. A changeup missing, and the count 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of them there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rockies 1. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Orion Kerkering.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. Check swing, called strike. Movement in the bullpen. Carlos Hernandez up and loosening in the pen. Looking to get the tying run on base. On the corner for a strike. 0-2. And that skips into there. To third. Fair ball.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Here's Chris Bryant now.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Over to first, and he's saved.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score a ball in the gap.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Michael Toglia. Swings through that.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Goodman at first, one gone. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. Throw back in as the tying run holds at third. 2 on following the double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And now Kyle Farmer. First pitch misses. Two on, one out. Puts a bunt down. Stop. Tosses to first. Tie ball game as they get the second out, but the run scores.
Well, the safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Sean Bouchard digging in for the Rockies. Swing and a ground ball out to short. On to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they even it up here as we head for a good finish to this one. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. We are tied 2-2. So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm, Jimmy Herget. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Number 44, Jimmy Herget.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Fought off foul. Check swing, called strike. And now 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Now batting, second base.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. And there's a strike.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Liner caught it second.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. That misses, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
And another ball.
No strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Edmundo Sosa in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. In time, got him. And that'll do it. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Score remains 2-2. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Jose Ruiz.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Here's the left fielder, Jordan Beck.
Left fielder, Jordan Beck.
And that is downstairs. Ball one. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Jordan Romano, the closer of the staff, is throwing. And that's downstairs. 2-0. Right through there for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Real Muto up with it. Fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that one upstairs, ball 1. One down, base is empty. There's a strike.
1-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
All tied up, and we're in the top of the 8th. To the right side. And that is out number 2.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. 1 for 3. The shortstop takes the ball. Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Castellanos whips it back in, and the potential go-ahead run stops at second base.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Ryan McMahon digging in for the Rockies. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
0-1.
Two down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
Man on second, 2 down. Ball one there.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner. Just a little bit off the edge.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Third out, and that ends the frame.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
New pitcher now, Jake Bird. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Trey Turner. Big spot for him here. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, that's outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Out towards left center. Beck on the move to the alley. Hauls it in for the out. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. That one's in there. Strike one. Action in the pen down there. Ryan Feltner getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is down low.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. No throw, and they don't get the out.
He was all over that one. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
One down, runner at first. Alec Bohm stands runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Save at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Runner goes again. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
Bounce to third. McMahon slings to first in time. Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That one hooked foul. Two outs. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. foul ball. He stays alive. Now fly ball to right center. And that will end the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
So remaining in the game defensively, Trey Turner taking over as the new shortstop now following his pinch hit appearance. At the plate, Hunter Goodman. Ruiz back to work. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
Trying to steal the first pitch strike with the breaking ball right there, but he was all over it in the box. Kind of sets up an interesting at bat the rest of the way. A little chess match here.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-1. Slap the other way, foul.
Down.
Headed down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Got him. That K is his third of the game.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Here's Bryant now. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one drifts inside. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Turner sizing this one up. Brings it in. 2 up, 2 down. Now a chance for Michael Toglia.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. Way back there. Onto the track. And he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. Onto the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. We are tied 2-2. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Watches the zone for a strike. 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tyler Kinley, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That one is back. Out of here! Ball game! A laser to left. And the Phillies walk it off and win it 3-2.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
3-2 the final score. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.